I'm honored, and I'm also more honored that because, you know, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful that we're able to have this much anticipation, and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. Like, that's what I'm grateful.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me.
What started as a dream project has now turned into one of Hollywood's biggest behind-the-scenes battles. Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Who's really telling the truth? Is this just a creative disagreement? Or are we witnessing a full-blown Hollywood meltdown featuring lawsuits, celebrity alliances, and even accusations of forged documents? But before we dive into this cinematic drama that's better than half the movies Hollywood actually produces, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Why? Because every time you subscribe, you're not just fueling the gossip fire, you're literally helping me afford my overpriced coffee addiction. And trust me, I need caffeine to keep up with this level of drama. All right, now grab your popcorn because this tea is scalding hot. Let's go. The dream that turned into a nightmare. Once Upon a Time, It Ends With Us was set to be the next big book-to-movie adaptation. Fans of Colleen Hoover's novel were ecstatic when Justin Baldoni, known for his heartfelt storytelling, was announced as the film's director, and potentially one of its stars.
Wrong. Yeah. And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrow... I was one of two people, maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent. They were both on the line, which means it's something serious. Right. Either you got the job or there's something...
Add in Blake Lively, fresh off her reign as Hollywood's queen of wit and wardrobe, and you had a film that practically sold itself before even hitting the cameras. Fans were excited. Confetti was metaphorically thrown, and it seemed like smooth sailing ahead. Until suddenly, the ship hit an iceberg. The allegations that shook Hollywood. Things took a sharp left turn when Blake Lively publicly claimed that Baldoni was forcing comedic elements and extravagant wardrobe choices onto the film, completely overshadowing the emotional depth of the story. According to her, what was meant to be a deeply raw and moving adaptation was turning into something far too lighthearted, against her wishes. And then Baldoni fired back, not just with words, but with a massive defamation lawsuit worth hundreds of millions. He came armed with text messages, emails, and meeting logs, all supposedly proving that Lively had agreed to the comedic touches from the beginning. So was she forced? Or was she just changing her story mid-production?
Eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh. What?
Oh, no.
And then they went like, so what can we do about your eyebrows?
The words that you used that really captivated her and made her want to give you over the movie rights. I mean, she had a lot of requests.
Yeah, I don't know if, again, I feel like there was some divine guidance that was very hands-on with the choreography of it as well. Honestly, there were many instances on set where I just let the women figure it out, and I took a step back and kind of jumped in more as an actor in those scenes than even as a director.
Could Lively's evidence be fake? This is where the story takes a turn into full-blown courtroom drama. Baldoni has gone as far as to suggest that Lively's camp may have planted evidence or misrepresented documents to make him look like the villain. If this turns out to be true, we're not just looking at a creative disagreement. We're looking at a legal scandal that could completely wreck someone's reputation. But then, Hollywood's biggest names jumped into the fight. Hollywood's A-list takes sides. As tensions escalated, 10 major celebrities stepped in, and most of them sided with Baldoni. Gina Rodriguez, who worked with Baldoni, called him a respectful collaborator and said comedic choices were always a group decision. Chrissy Metz dropped a cryptic truth and kindness message, an indirect side-eye at Lively's claims. Hilary Swank, who rarely comments on Hollywood drama, reportedly found the accusations against Baldoni hard to believe. Mindy Kaling suggested that comedic choices are never forced onto a movie, especially not onto an A-list actress like Lively. Selena Gomez questioned how a lead actress could be blindsided by creative decisions, implying Lively was fully aware. Shawn Mendes randomly posted a message calling Baldoni one of the real ones, because apparently, even pop stars need to weigh in on Hollywood drama. Camila Cabello outright said, "A star as big as Lively doesn't get forced into anything." Sophia Bush made a vague statement about how one person's story isn't always the full story. So either Baldoni is a master manipulator, or Lively's meltdown might not be telling the whole truth.
We're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just like just keeps away from her.
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
A lot of it's my real life clothes, or my husband's clothes, or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some.
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which
except
one?
it's just,
Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
Tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
Section 5. Lively's defense. Is she being ganged up on? Lively's camp isn't backing down. They argue that this isn't just about comedic elements, it's about being manipulated, pressured, and silenced. They claim these 10 celebrity defenders only saw Baldoni's public persona, not what happened behind closed doors. They also point out that just because someone is an A-list star doesn't mean they're immune to behind-the-scenes pressure. Hollywood is a power game, and if you don't hold the right cards, you might get played, even if you're Blake Lively. The courtroom battle and the future of the film. So where does this leave us? If this goes to trial, expect big-name testimonies, leaked text messages, and possibly a Hollywood career-ending scandal. If Baldoni proves his case and reveals fake evidence, Lively's credibility could be shattered. If Lively proves she was misled, Baldoni's reputation might take a permanent hit. Meanwhile, It Ends With Us sits in limbo. The film may never see the light of day, and if it does, will fans even care? Or will the off-screen drama overshadow the entire project? This isn't just another Hollywood feud. This could redefine how we view creative power struggles in the film industry. But what do you think? Was Blake Lively unfairly manipulated? Or is Justin Baldoni just defending himself from false accusations? Let me know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because every subscriber helps me not only afford my daily coffee, but also my car payment. Seriously, YouTube monetization is the only thing keeping my wheels on the road. Until next time, stay blessed and never agree to go skydiving without a parachute.